Battle Through the Heavens, Grand World. Chapter 159 Dark Consort Samoyed. As one of the main culprits who had followed the legendary Nether Domain Master to wreak havoc in the Great World a million years ago, Nether Imperial Consort's strength was naturally beyond doubt. Her strength might even be higher than Elder Yi's when she was alive. Xiaoyan's mind spun quickly, since this was the place where Nether Imperial Consort Satsuma died. According to the Black-Robed Man, this was also a pure yin place. With the abilities of the Gu Wu, it was possible that they could use the pure yin energy here to create Nether Imperial Consort's appearance. However, this Nether Imperial Consort's strength was definitely not as powerful as when she was alive. It was not even 1/10,000th of her original strength. Just now, she could use the Monarch Flame to burn off her white hair attack, which was the most powerful evidence. Even so, this Nether Imperial Consort's strength was definitely above his. Perhaps she had already reached the Monarch Emperor. Looking at the former, she could see the horizon. A head of white hair that could freely stretch and shrink. Xiaoyan couldn't help but suck in a deep breath. Just now, he had only destroyed a few of them, but his palm was already filled with a heart-piercing pain. If he were to face so many strands of white hair, he really didn't know how to deal with them. Nether Imperial Consort Satsuma withdrew her lifeless eyes. In the next moment, her head faced the sky. She extended her arms and her slender waist gently drifted. After which, the white hair on her head moved even though there was no wind. Like dense arrows, countless white hair rushed towards Xiaoyan at lightning speed. The black flame burned on her white hair. Wherever the flame passed, the space would be corroded. In the forest, the black-robed man sat cross-legged on a huge rock. He placed one hand on his chest and a faint black light flashed on his palm. There seemed to be an undetectable energy fluctuation on the black light, and it was connected to the black light that enveloped Xiaoyan in the distance. The black-robed man raised his head and looked at Xiaoyan, who was motionless because of the black light. A strange light flashed in the black-robed man's blood-red eyes. He mumbled to himself, Nether Imperial Consort, formed from pure yin qi, although her strength is only at the Monarch Emperor. Furthermore, Nether Imperial Consort's means are far beyond your imagination. Just obediently die in the illusion realm. The sinister voice revealed a terrifying smile. Then, it looked at the sky. The red light in its blood-red eyes became even brighter. That fellow is also about to die. It seems that my witchcraft GU technique has improved. It is enough to allow the heavenly beast, which is only at the level of an emperor, to reach its current level. In the air, Lin Jian used all his strength to barely dodge the barbaric Bloody Lion's crazy attack. He panted as he looked at the barbaric Bloody Lion in front of him, which was becoming more and more brave as the battle progressed. It seemed that the barbaric Bloody Lion was not tired at all. The corner of Lin Jian's mouth revealed a helpless bitter smile. No matter how powerful a normal barbaric Bloody Lion was, it only had the strength to fight an ordinary Monarch Emperor level expert. This one in front of him. It was extraordinary. It had completely toyed with him, a mere Monarch Emperor. If it wasn't for the fact that he had many powerful Monarch skill, he would have been beheaded by now. Wiping the blood from the corner of his mouth, Lin Jian couldn't help but look down. When he saw the black-robed man sitting cross-legged on the huge rock, the doubt in his heart became even heavier. Who exactly was this guy? He could actually control the spirit beast and increase their strength by such a terrifying amount. When Lin Jian saw Xiaoyan, he couldn't help but be shocked. At this moment, Xiaoyan's body was surrounded by a black light, and he stood motionless on the spot. Lin Jian felt a chill on his back when he saw this. Could it be that he has been controlled? Thinking of this, Lin Jian didn't dare delay any longer. His eyes moved, and then his body trembled. He rushed towards the direction of the black-robed man, wanting to kill the black-robed man first before saving Xiaoyan. Awoo! When the barbaric Bloody Lion saw its target suddenly turn around and leave, it let out a furious roar. It flapped its wings and arrived next to Lin Jian like a red meteor. Its sharp claws violently struck down, forcing Lin Jian to stop and continue to fight the barbaric Bloody Lion. In the illusory space, Xiaoyan's body was burning with monarch flames. The blue flame ruler in his hand was waving like a tiger, carrying the crimson gold flame along with it. It was entangled with the white hair that filled the sky. At this moment, the fine hairs were like iron whips that struck Xiaoyan's body. A burning pain came from every part of his body. Although there was not a single wound, the pain was deep in his bone marrow. Boom! Xiao Yan waved the blue flame rulers in his right hand. The crimson gold flames that surrounded it roared, turning several white fever into ashes. At the same time, he waved his left hand, releasing a sea of fire. The fire shot in all directions, turning countless white hair into ashes. Puff! Unfortunately, the white hair around him was endless. Even though the monarch flame protected him tightly, there were still many strands of white hair that penetrated into Xiaoyan's body, violently striking his body. The terrifying force caused Xiaoyan's body to tremble, causing pain to surge out like tidal waves. Nether Imperial Consort Satsuma stood quietly on the spot and looked at Xiaoyan with a pair of lifeless eyes. She had no intention of attacking him. I can't go on like this. I can't finish burning her hair. I won't be able to hold on until she attacks. I have to think of a way. Another strand of white hair was whipped on his leg. Xiaoyan endured the pain. He felt the empty origin monarch key in his body and quickly thought of a way. Oh right, since it's an illusion, I think the soul force will be effective. Thinking of this, Xiaoyan temporarily slowed down his attack and allowed more white strands of hair to hit his body. Between his eyebrows, a majestic soul force rushed out and smashed towards Nether Imperial Consort Satsuma like Mount Tai. As if she felt the vibration in the air, Satsuma raised her head and looked in the direction where Xiaoyan's soul force came from. A faint light flashed in her lifeless eye sockets. After that, she raised both of her hands up high. A mysterious force suddenly burst out from her body, forming the moment when the soul energy was about to land on her body. Wang! The soul violently smashed down and collided with the mysterious force that erupted from Satsuma's body, causing the void to tremble. After that, the ripples in the space gradually dissipated under Xiaoyan's disbelieving gaze. Soul attack actually didn't work. Xiaoyan looked at Nether Imperial Consort Satsuma in astonishment and frowned. This was the first time he had seen an enemy that did not fear soul force. This time, it was somewhat troublesome. Sensing the slight vibration of the black light in his hand, a trace of blood-red light flashed across the eyes of the black-robed man. After that, he smiled grimly and mumbled, "Soul attack. Hee, this is really courting death. Soul energy has no effect on Nether Imperial Consort at all. According to the legends, even experts with ancient stage souls were killed by Nether Imperial Consort. Not to mention you." Boom. He casually threw out a ball of flame and burned the white hairs that were about to hit his chest. He felt that his body was getting weaker and weaker. Xiaoyan could not help but smile bitterly. This time, he was in big trouble. His strongest trump card, the Buddha Fury Fire Lotus, did not have the time to fuse. Other than that, he had used almost all of his trump cards, but he still could not do anything to the flying white hair, not to mention Nether Imperial Consort Satsuma herself. Seeing that Xiaoyan's physical strength was not enough, Nether Imperial Consort Satsuma finally moved. Her body floated in the air like an ethereal spirit, and she gently stretched out a finger. In an instant, a black light surged from the fingertip, and the pure black color formed a sharp contrast with the white robe she was wearing. The black light jumped on her fingertip. When Xiaoyan sensed it, a fearful danger instantly emerged from the bottom of his heart. The black light on Satsuma's fingertip flashed and disappeared. At the same time, Xiaoyan's expression changed. His arm that was holding the blue flame ruler suddenly became numb and fell down powerlessly. A bone-deep pain came from it, causing beads of sweat to drip down from Xiaoyan's forehead. Seeing Xiaoyan's right arm hanging down, a rare smile appeared on Satsuma's cold face. She withdrew her finger and slowly walked towards Xiaoyan. At the same time, the image of a black skeleton that was 1,000 feet in size slowly appeared behind him. The skeleton held a huge sickle in its hand. The sickle was circulating with a blood-red light. It seemed to contain enough power to destroy the heaven and earth. What a powerful aura! Xiaoyan, who was gasping for breath, looked at the huge black skeleton behind Satsuma. He felt that there seemed to be a boundless and powerful key on it. His somewhat confused eyes suddenly became focused. Chapter end. Hi guys, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.